Who are Kusanas? In the previous video, you get that who are Kusanas. Now in the next page number 88, page number 87 কুসানাস কাকে বলে আমি পড়ালাম, তোমাদেরকে পড়িয়েছি। এবার পেজ নাম্বার 88 foundation of Kusana Empire you can find here. It is written Kujala Kadipas who was the foundation of this Kushana's empire, and he was succeeded by his son Bhima Kadipases. Okay, so here the two king, that is Kujala and Bhima Kadipas, were the two king of the Kushana's empire, and they first introduced a gold currency in the Indian subcontinent. Now who was Konishko? Konishko was the son of Bhima, was the greatest of the Kushana empire. Okay, so who was Konishko? You have to know that he was the son of Bhima, the greatest of Kushana's empire. He reigned for close 23 years. He remained in his region for 23 years and he ascended the throne in AD 78. Okay, so who was Konishko? First of all, you have to know that who was Konishko I or Konishko I, then how many years he ruled. He ruled for 23 years and he ascended his throne in AD 78. So these things you have to know about Konishko I. Now he will read about the capital of Konishko was Purushapura, or what we called the modern day Peshawar. Okay, so you have to know here about the capital of Konishko was Purushapura, and which we call now the modern day Peshawar. Now you can find here some coins, some images of the coins 6.4, 6.5, that is gold coin or copper coin of Kujala Kadipases, gold coin of Bhima Kadipases, and the gold coin of Konishko and gold coin of Konishko. Okay, so these things will read. Then I'll read you about Satavahanas in the southern India. So after the Maurya, Satavahanas were the king of the southern India. Okay, Maurya, after Maurya, Satavahanas was the king of southern India, and during the rule of Satavahanas, Simuku was the first ruler of the Satavahanas dynasty. You can see here that Simuku the king was the first ruler of Satavahanas dynasty. Okay, now here you can find that is the about Satavahanas, that Satavahanas have introduced two coin. One is Nasik inscription, another is Kalle inscription. So here you no need to read other thing. You only here you read about that the name of two inscription of the Satavahanas. One is Nasik, another is Kalle inscription. Okay, now you also read about that who was Satakarni I. The Satakarni I was the third king of Satavahanas dynasty. So who was the third king? Satakarni I was the third king of Satavahanas dynasty, and first ruler was Simuku. And the two inscription they introduced, one is Nasik, another is Kalle inscription. Now another inscription they also introduced, that name is Junagarh rock inscription. It is written here Junagadh rock inscription. Now you will read here about Kushanas and Satavahanas administration. So here you can find that who was the administration কে প্রথম ওদের administration was the royal officer of the Kushanas and Satavahanas administration was Bhima Katpases. Bhima Katpases title he keep, that is Damatta or Lord of Universe. Now Bhima Katpases having an title, assumed an title, and the title was Damatta or Lord of the Universe, and Konisko's title was Maharaja Dhiraj. Okay, so these things you will read about here in this Kushanas and Satavahanas administration. Okay, so that is the title of Bhima Kadipas and title of Konisko. Now in the next page you will read about the Devkula. What do you know about Devkula? That is the temples, that is like temples. Devkula was also a place of worship of the Kushanas empire. Like Devkula, as the like temples, Devkula was also the worship place of the Kushana empire. So you can find here that we are worshipping in temples. আমরা পুজো করি টেম্পেলে, বাট কুশানাসরা পুজো করে, ওরশিপ করে দেবকুলা বলে একটা তাদের জায়গা আছে সেখানে। ওকে, so in this place of Devkula they used to worship, they used to came here, and there you can find that Bhima was find a statue of Emperor Bhima they discovered in that place of Devkula, and as well as headless statue of Konisko I you also can find in this place of Devkula. Okay, this place is a place of worship of the Kushanas empire, and there you can find two statue of two king. One is Konisko, another is Bhima. Okay, now you can find here about the significant aspect of Kushanas administration was dual kingship. Okay, and their dual kingship means they are in their administration the empire was divided into number of provinces. Okay, so Kushanas administration আমরা কি দেখতে পেয়েছি যে তাদের যে এম্পায়ার ছিল split into number of province, and the governor of that province known as satrapas. Okay, so governor of that province known as satrapas, and the royal officer of that province is Amtya. Okay, who was the in charge of that provincial administration of the Satavahanas or the Kushanas. Okay, Ameteya. Okay, now Bhaga and Bali are the two ways of collecting tax of the Kushanas empire. Bhaga means 1/6 of the harvested crop they used to collect, and now tax was collected for commercial transaction as well as in trade and commerce also tax was collected, but in some portion tax was not taken, it was exempted. But Kushanas and Satavahanas imposed tax on salt. Okay, so this paragraph, that is how was their administration, in how many provinces it was divided, who were the governor, now who was the royal officer of their administration, what things they used to collect in their administration, that is Bhaga and Bali are the two types of taxes they collected, and they used to impose on some things the tax. Okay, so these things you have to know from this paragraph about their administration. Okay, so today is this much. Now in the next video I'll read about the statue of Konisko and the Gupta Empire. Okay.